Hey guys, it's Katie at scrappingkatie.ctmh.com, and I have a fun swiper card to share with you using a Hostess Exclusive Stamp Set, the Celebrate Today paper packet, and the card front spinner thin cut from Close to My Heart. So I'm going to adapt the thin cut just a little bit. Instead of a sentiment spinner, it's going to kind of be a wiper card. Here's a look at the card and the stamp set. The card, like I said, instead of when you spin the wheel, instead of a sentiment showing through the window, I've put that cute little sun in there. Here's a look at what you get with the thin cuts. You get a small circle, that bigger circle, and the card front, and then an illustrated guide showing you how to put it together. So off camera, I've cut all the pieces, and I've designed my project in Design Space using the You Are Here Cricut collection as well as the Artistry Cricut collection. And I'm going to show you what I do on smaller projects to get all my cuts on one mat. So you will swipe to see the different mats, and you just select the image you want to move, click the three dots, click on Move Object, and then select the mat you want it moved to. And by dragging it to an opposite corner, it's going to make it really easy to get those papers where you want them on the mat, so you'll have all different cuts. So again, I'm going to move that smaller cloud, and I'm going to move it down with the other cloud. Since those two clouds are going to be cut using the same paper, I can put them side by side. That rectangle I'm not going to use, I just use that for sizing. And so we are ready to go on a single mat. So I'm going to prep my mat with some pre-cut pieces. For the clouds, I'm going to use this polka dot watercolor background and texture paper from the Celebrate Today, and I'm going to stick it down to the bottom of the mat. And then the sun is going to be cut using the Lemonade cardstock. And Close to My Heart cardstock comes with a dark side and a light side, so it makes it perfect for this sun. So I'm going to get all my pieces out and start assembling my spinner. The instructions say to grab a brad. It really doesn't matter which brads if you have some brads laying around. I just like to use a pretty flat one. And those two smaller circles are going to go on each side of that larger circle. And now I'm going to stamp the sentiments that are going to go on my card. So again, I'm using a Hostess Exclusive Stamp Set, and I'm just going to fussy cut out that word hugs. This stamp set, along with a couple of others that I'll show at the end of this video, are only available through the end of February. So if you'd like to get your hands on that, you can comment or message me to set up a party. So I'm applying 3D foam adhesive on one of those circles, and I'm going to line up this larger circle through that little window. And the thin cut kind of puts little marks on that largest circle, so you'll know where to stamp your sentiments if that's how you were going to do the spinner, so they would show through the window. I'm going to adhere that Lagoon cardstock piece and then adhere some 3D foam tape in that little window, and that's where my sun will be. So to do the back side, I have 3D foam adhesive on that smaller circle as well as the four corners. And I've just doubled up the four corners to account for all that foam tape I have. And then that sun is going to get attached to that foam tape that's in that little window. And you just want to make sure that the sun can, once you spin it, it kind of goes way out from under those clouds. The clouds, you just want to adhere them where it doesn't restrict the flow of that sun. And then for the inside, I'm going to use another sentiment from this stamp set, as well as some extra Cricut cuts that were laying around just to kind of decorate the inside and make it as pretty as the outside. And so there's that. Another stamp set that comes ready to be fitted with this spinner thin cut is the Rainbow Wishes. And it is actually a part of the Stamptacular sale. I'll leave a link down in the description below. And what I'm doing here is I'm just adding a little sentiment that says spin me and an arrow so the recipient will know what to do with the card. This stamp set is the Air Mail, and it again is part of the Stamptacular sale. And I'm just going to make my envelope pretty by using the same colors that are on the card and just stamp all the way around that envelope as shown. And there you have it. Again, you can get this exclusive stamp set as well as the others through the end of February. If you have any questions, leave me a message. Thanks.